Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will immerse ourselves in A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. A Little Princess is a 1903 children's novel by Frances Hodgson Burnett, and it tells the captivating story of Sara Crewe, a young girl who faces dramatic changes in her life with grace, imagination, and resilience. The novel is a classic of children's literature, exploring themes of friendship, courage, and the contrast between wealth and poverty. Plot summary. On a cold, foggy day in London, Sara Crewe, a 7-year-old girl, sits in a carriage beside her father, Captain Crewe. Sara is being taken to Miss Minchin's select seminary for young ladies, a boarding school. The little girl has traveled from India, where she lived a luxurious life with her father after her mother passed away. Captain Crewe, a rich and doting father, loves Sara dearly but must return to India for business, leaving her in the care of the school. Despite her tender age, Sara possesses a deep sense of maturity and an extraordinary imagination that colors the world around her. Miss Minchin, the school's headmistress, welcomes Sara with insincere warmth. Though polite and charming on the surface, Miss Minchin is primarily interested in the wealth that accompanies Sara. Captain Crewe spares no expense in ensuring Sara's comfort. She is given a luxurious room, beautiful clothes, and even her own French maid. This display of wealth impresses everyone at the school, and Sara is dubbed the Little Princess by those who envy her. Sara, however, is not affected by her wealth. She is kind-hearted and generous, treating everyone with respect, regardless of their status. Her compassion extends to the scullery maid, Becky, a young girl who works tirelessly at the school. Sara befriends Becky and often sneaks food and small comforts to her, forging a bond between them despite the vast difference in their circumstances. At school, Sara excels in her studies, especially in French, a language she learned from her late mother. Her intelligence, coupled with her vivid imagination, captivates those around her. She often entertains the younger girls, including little Lottie, by weaving magical tales, transforming the dreary atmosphere of the school into something wondrous. One of her closest friends is Ermengarde, a fellow student who struggles academically but adores Sara for her kindness and creativity. As Sara settles into her new life, news arrives that her father has invested all his wealth in a diamond mine, anticipating great fortune. But tragedy strikes when Captain Crewe falls ill and dies, leaving Sara an orphan. Worse still, his investments are revealed to be worthless, and Sara is left with nothing. Upon hearing this news, Miss Minchin's attitude changes drastically. She strips Sara of her fine clothes and room, demoting her to a servant at the school. Now, she is forced to live in the cold, dark attic, sharing her space with rats and performing menial tasks to earn her keep. Despite the sudden reversal of fortune, Sara refuses to let her spirit be crushed. She continues to rely on her imagination and inner strength to endure the harsh conditions. She still finds solace in her friendship with Becky, and the two girls share what little food and comfort they can manage. Sara also remains kind and brave in the face of Miss Minchin's cruelty, gaining the admiration of those who once envied her. One day, while running an errand in the bitter cold, Sara finds a coin in the street. She uses it to buy 6 hot buns, intending to eat them herself as she has not eaten in days. But before she can, she notices a beggar girl staring hungrily at the buns. Sara's innate generosity compels her to give 5 of the buns away, keeping only 1 for herself. This act of kindness catches the attention of the bakery owner, who, moved by Sara's selflessness, begins to quietly help her in small ways. Meanwhile, a new neighbor moves into the house next to Miss Minchin's seminary. The gentleman, Mr. Carrisford, is an old friend of Captain Crewe, and unbeknownst to Sara, he was responsible for managing the ill-fated diamond mine investment. Consumed by guilt, Mr. Carrisford has been searching for Sara, believing himself to be responsible for her misfortune. Though the diamond mines have since become profitable, and a vast fortune is waiting for her, Mr. Carrisford has no idea that the girl he seeks is living next door in poverty. As Sara continues to struggle in her new life, she frequently daydreams about better times, imagining herself as a princess even in her rags. She tells herself that a true princess remains kind, dignified, and compassionate, no matter her circumstances. This belief sustains her, allowing her to remain strong when the world seems against her. One night, after an especially hard day, Sara returns to her attic to find it transformed. The cold, dreary room has been made warm and comfortable, with new blankets, pillows, and food laid out for her. This magical transformation feels like a dream to Sara, but it is the work of Mr. Carrisford's servant, Ram Dass, who has taken pity on the poor girl. Over time, Ram Dass continues to bring gifts to Sara, turning her attic into a place of warmth and comfort. Eventually, Sara's identity is discovered by Mr. Carrisford. Overjoyed to have found his old friend's daughter, he brings her into his home, restoring her to the wealth that rightfully belongs to her. Miss Minchin, upon learning that Sara is once again rich, attempts to regain her favor, but Sara remains as she always has, dignified, kind, and true to herself. She refuses to return to the seminary and instead ensures that Becky, her loyal friend, is freed from servitude and given a comfortable life as well. Sara's kindness and compassion never waver, whether in wealth or poverty, and she remains a true princess in spirit. The harshness of Miss Minchin's school is replaced by the warmth and care of Mr. Carrisford's household, and Sara is finally able to live the life she once imagined, surrounded by those she loves and who love her in return. That's all for now, but if this book spoke to you, Frances Hodgson Burnett has more waiting for you. Find them in the description or on Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Frances Hodgson Burnett's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.